Hey, what is up guys, it's Needle. In today's video I'll be showing you guys some very useful high ground retakes that aren't going to use too many mats for you guys. I've been labbing in creative, just trying to learn some new builds. I'm trying to stay fresh in my builds because online it seems like players are getting a lot better in arena and just other aspects of the game. Everyone's improving, so I think it's very important to make sure that you're keeping up to date on your builds and specifically your high ground retakes. I'll just be showing you guys some high ground retakes, how to do them, different variations, and basically what it would look like in game. So let's get right into it. So the first one here, I like to call it the reverse cone. It's kind of just a protected side cone jump. It's really weird. I'll show you guys what it would look like in slow motion, then I'll try to show you guys some variations of what it would look like in full motion. So it would look like this. You're just protected ramp rushing such as this, and then you're going to stop right here, take 3 cones, one right here, one right here. This is the order it goes in. You're going to throw those down, and then you're going to jump over here and then catch yourself with those walls. I'll kind of slow that down just to show you guys. Basically, you want to put these 2 walls down first and then ramp below it, and then obviously you guys see we have that cone connecting, but only issue is if you edit through this straight, it'll just break it. So what you got to do is actually put a floor also. That's the last aspect of it, and then you can edit through it fine, it doesn't break. But I'll try to show you guys what it would look like without that. So if you guys do it like this, put your cones down like this, get your walls, boom, jump over, and then for whatever reason, if you didn't place this and just did it like this, it all comes falling down. So make sure you put that last build in just to make sure it all doesn't fall down. Now, one variation you can do with this though that I find has been a lot more useful and it doesn't use as many mats, it looks like this. So stay protected, boom, 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 but instead go with floors. This is a lot easier, it's a lot less to do, and then do it with floors. And this way, if you do it like this, you can edit through just one layer and you're chilling, you're gonna be fine. Only thing about this way though is if you edit like this sometimes, the whole thing will break if you continue to ramp, but that's sometimes. But I think this one, I'll do it in full motion, show you guys. I think this is probably one of the most useful ones you can use, and it looks pretty clean, and overall could get you some easy height. Okay, and this is just more of a general tip instead of a high ground retake, but I just want to show you this for you guys just because I feel like there's some people that don't know how to do this. So you guys obviously know that when you're ramping up like this, I mean, you got no protection on your backside, and a lot of the time what people will do is they want to have 2 ramps so they can be going like this, you know, something like that. And a really easy way to start this up to have this kind of protected ramp rush, even though it's really simple to do, what you can do though is if you go to place down your ramp like this, just step forward a little bit on the tile that you're on and get in front of the ramp like this. As you can see, now the ramp's behind me if I do it like this and look down. So I place this and then boom, I kind of propelled in front of it so it's behind me, and then I can start ramping up and it connects from there for a protected one. And then also another thing you can do if you didn't know is if you're editing up, and then what you can do instead actually is if you don't have any protection on your back, place a floor piece like this. You can also do it like with a floor piece such as this. Just place a floor like this where you're ramping up, and then edit through, and then same thing, you can kind of look up and connect it. So that's 2 easy ways to protect your ramp, to have that protected ramp rush look. Next up, I will be covering how to do side jumps and the different variations of side jumps you can use that are the most effective. And now keep in mind here, compared to the last one of the reverse cone, that's going to use a lot more mats and probably isn't going to be more likely used in game, while the side jumps can be used in any gunfight with a very, very minimal amount of mats. So I'll show you guys different variations and how you can use them very effectively. So obviously, if you guys don't know what a side jump is, it's basically when you just put a floor above you like this, or a cone, can be either one, and then what you do is literally just jump to the side, look down, and catch yourself. That was a terrible example. Let me do it in full motion so I can show you guys right here. It'll look something like that. So that's what a side jump is, just the most basic variation. But you guys can see there's not a lot of protection to that, and that's kind of predictable, especially if someone's above right here. So I show you guys some variations on how you can protect yourself and make it look a lot smoother. So I think one very good variation to do is, let's say you're doing the scissored ramp rush we just talked about. You get it started like this. What you can do from here now is you can jump to the side like I just did, but don't look this way, instead look this way. Let's say your enemy's up here, look towards the way of your enemy, put a wall up like this when you jump, catch it with a floor beneath, place all of those, and then start ramping above very quickly. So it'll look something like this, and then catch yourself and then jump and keep ramping. So either you could even sneak a shot in on this one, it can be pretty effective and no one's going to see it. So So that's what it looks like in full motion. Pretty simple, as you guys can see. And then you can sneak a shot and whatever you want to do. That's a pretty basic version of the side jump right there. It's pretty simple to get down once you get the timing of it down. Another variation I really like though is what you can do here. This also involving the scissored ramp rush. So let's say you're coming up like this. What you can do, this is more of just like you wanna build 90s after this. This isn't something that's just gonna get you height, but so you'll protect yourself, blah blah blah. Let's say you're protected. You're gonna jump to the side here and do this. It's just a normal side jump, and the only time you have a chance to get shot is when you actually make the jumping motion. Then after that, you're gonna look down on this little floor piece you're on, and boom, right into scissored ramp rushes after that. So if somebody's over there and waiting for you to try to do a 90 or whatever, and then you end up just doing this, you're gonna have them blown out of the water and easily take height. So in full motion, this is a pretty slick move. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'll drop down real quick. So boom, you're already doing scissored ramp rush, you jump to the side, just like that. It's pretty smooth. You can even do like infinite ones and just keep going and keep going. I really like this move a lot. So something to keep in mind, that side jumps are a very effective way to retake high ground, and you can do some variations such as the ones I showed you as a scissored side jump, and it's going to be very effective. Alright, and for this next one, I'm really not sure what the name of it is. It's really just a bigger version of the protected ramp rush. I don't know, protected cone retake, I don't know. So basically what this one is, as you guys can see by the slow-mo, I personally learned this from Face Sway. Maybe it's called the Face Sway move, I'm not sure. Basically what this is though, in full motion, or in slow time I should say, is what you're going to do is you're going to be ramping up, and then on the side, I usually do it on the left side, place a wall piece like this, connect it with this wall piece, and then you got to look up and extend, hit this cone up here. And then that's it. You just add 3 extra things on your ramp. And then what you could do, obviously, since the cone's up here, it allows you to put a ramp, so it puts you right back into a protected ramp rush. And then you can kind of infinite this move right here like this, and just keep going. I think it's pretty effective, as you guys can see in the slow-mo. It looks pretty clean as well. It looks like a lot more than you're actually doing, but it's only really 3 additional builds onto this that's going to allow you just to keep doing it. So when I do 1v1s, this is what I like to bust out a lot, just because your opponent's going to keep ramping up. If they're watching you do it, they're just going to keep doing it like this, and then they see you put the cone and stop, and they're going to be a little confused, slow down for a sec, but then you're already ramping up still again. So this is a move I really like. So let me do it in full time to show you guys what it would look like in a fight right here. So boom, and then protect it obviously, and then boom, keep doing whatever. And yeah, just like that. So you can see it goes on for pretty long. Like if you're just looking at the build I just did from above, I mean, that's a lot. Like if someone's in a build fight doing this, you're going to be a little taken aback and not want to mess with them. So this is a pretty chaotic build. Saw it from Faceway. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's something you could definitely put in your repertoire and use it in game. Alright guys, same thing for this next one. I don't have a name for it, it's just a move that I've been using and that works for me. I don't know what I called it when I edited this video. I probably called it something funky, so don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me in the comments for this one. But I really like this one as well, just like all the other ones. So I'll show you guys, I'll break it down how I did that. So basically the move here is pretty simple. It's like you're faking out the protected ramp rush, but you're trying to sell it pretty hard. So I would even ramp up, you know, go up a little bit and then throw the cone right here. You can, even if you're really trying to mess with them, edit the cone up a little bit. Try not to break it though like that. So maybe like throw an edit on so they really think you're coming out. And then what you basically do is you just drop down on not the ramp that you're on with the cone, but the one below it. And then you can easily put a floor piece down right here. And then from there you can just literally just 90 out and kind of catch them off guard. Now keep in mind, if they have some ultimate height and they're building up with you, that little sneak up move when you just kind of ramp out like this, when you do this part, that could be like, you could be getting shot. So something to keep in mind, that you might want to have to connect it over or something and go off with it. I don't know, it's up to you. But basically this one's really convenient if you have someone that's really just trying to predict their movement, and they're trying to predict your movement, and they're overall just kind of, they've caught on to what you do. simple, just throw that ramp out there and then just 90 up from there. So I think this is something you guys could definitely add into your game if you need something else. You know, sneak some cone edits in with it, do whatever with it, it's up to you guys. I really like this move, and it really just provides for like an infinite high ground retake that'll always be effective for you. Alright boys, and to finish out the video, figured it's only right, I'll show you guys some free builds of, you know, just some high ground retakes, go over some things that I covered in this video, show you guys what it all looks like when thrown together in just a one free build. So enjoy that. And if you guys, before I let this video end out, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe, make sure to turn on post notifications for some awesome educational Fortnite content if you haven't already. As always guys, been real, enjoy this little free build to end off the video. Peace boys.